when black women pray for black men. My mom wasn't a religious person, but she was spiritual. She believed in God. But she used to always think like, I got to get myself together completely before I go to church, because you got to be a certain way. But she prayed all the time. And I used to tell her, just because you don't go to church don't mean that God doesn't listen to you. And she was telling me about times she prayed for me in certain situations and what she had going on personally. And today I just think about how her prayers was answered, how the things she prayed about over protection over my life, over her kids and grandbabies. It's just amazing how God listened to the prayers of the black women. Then I think about my aunt. My aunt has always been, I would say, if I would have to give a title, she's always been the one who carried the cross in the family. The one I've always heard, giving the word, laying the word, speaking in tongues, teaching, talking. That's the only one as far as back as I can remember is like in my immediate family. And I remember one time I had a lot going on in my life, and people didn't know if people even told me, man, I don't know, that boy might not live to be 18. You know, and I remember, when I got caught up in around 15 years old, my aunt was praying for me, and she said she prayed that God would grab me and catch my attention, and that He would use me. And when I got that time, she said that I knew, God was going to answer my prayers, but I had to go to Him and say, man, God, I didn't know you was going to lock him up that long. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny. She said, well, maybe I should have been a little bit more specific when I said, sit him down, sit him still so, you can wake him up. And I just think about today, family, the black women who had prayed for the black man in slavery, watching him, get beat in front of them, watching him get raped in front of them. So many terrible things happened, and the black woman had to pray, pray. And I really believe, I want to make it specifically and say it like that because coming from my generation and coming from the things I have seen on this cotton field and from Arkansas City to McGee to Deramar to Reed to Dumas, this whole southeast area, all the little towns in between, Watson, everything, Mitchellville, Masonville, whatever. All these little towns, man, being down here on this cotton field, I noticed, the women down here had it hard, fam. You know, I go on social media now and I listen to certain women talk about their relationships with their man, and I'm like, man, he ain't whooping them. He ain't beating on them. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm like, you should be able to work with him just a little bit versus what I seen growing up. Like I seen dudes do women so bad where it makes you think like, man, what does she deserve for you to do her like that? Like, and he'll get mad about something. Only way he can express his anger or how he feel is through beating her, or whooping her, and all this stuff that he inherited because this ain't what we did. This is stuff we inherited from the white man family. Being in slavery, watching him beat us, make us listen. Well, shoot, if I beat her, she probably listen. That's how they was thinking. That's evidently that was the concept because I seen so many women in my family get beat. I ain't talking about slap. I'm talking about beat, black eyes, bruised ribs, broken bones, hospitalized. Man, the list can go on and on. And you know what? They still love that black man, even though he was doing things like that. But I think I didn't fully understand it, but when you have a black woman who witnessed this black man go through all of these things, she tend to be a little bit more understanding on why he respond and act the way he do. So when he leaves the rural area and he gets out and start adventuring the world and being in places that never experienced slavery and people ain't never, seen that type of living, they gonna look at this man different, especially if he's still on that behavior. But a lot of times, once a man, grow up, I look at my dad, to be honest with you, my dad is married now to a white lady in Fayetteville. And I remember, my sister, when that happened, my sister felt some type of way. She really didn't like it, because she felt like pretty much she was getting this new person that our mom, never got a chance to receive, never got a chance to get this guy that she's getting. And so she felt some type of way, this is my sister. And I understood, but I was like, well, whatever makes him happy, man, let that make him happy. And the only thing that frustrated me about her family was some of the things that I watched her post on her page, on her social media page, and I know she was talking about my daddy, and it really made me mad because I know the man he is, and I'm knowing what he doing stuff for her kids that he didn't even do for his kids, me and my sister, especially me. So how I'm feeling some type of way. He taking care of a woman, two sons, or and he didn't take care of his own son. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I felt some type of way about that. I ain't gonna lie about it. But the thing that really rubbed me wrong was the the feeling of, I don't know, he's not doing enough, so to speak, or he need to do this, or I feel so sad, or I'm so down, I need this, or whatever. You know how it was a whole lot of complaints about how he could be a better man. And I'm thinking to myself, looking at him, do you not know what this man used to be? He is a better man. Certain people, family, I don't know, certain people I think be unrealistic when it comes to dealing with us. Like this person that I'm seeing my dad is, I'm like, man, this is a completely better man. This. And she's saying that he needs to, do it better. He ain't, but I get it now. Like I say, coming from this plantation family, we don't know nothing about no white privilege. The only thing we know about white privilege, they had it and we didn't. But we don't know how to reciprocate it. We can't give it out. I can't treat you like, we can't treat them like their dads and granddaddies did. We don't even know how to do that type of love. We never even seen it. So, very less than, try to reciprocate it or give you like, our love is a lot with actions. We love with actions. We love through how we take care of our family. We love through physical. That's what black men do. It's just what it is. We might not say a lot of words, but we love through physical. Through sex, through taking care of you, through protecting you, putting our life on the line. But a lot of words, American words, we ain't really good with a lot of that. But I remember, my mom telling me before she passed, when she was in the hospital, she told me, she said, watch over your dad. Whichever direction he choose to go, she was like, just watch over him because, he gonna need it. And I didn't really understand it, but, once I learned more about my culture and more about my dad and my lineage, I understood what she meant. That my dad wasn't always, ain't always there. He's there, but he still need a little assistance. And I think about it now, and I think about the prayers, though. And there's always the prayers of these black women that help us overcome. Even now in my life, I've been having some turmoil, some drama here and there, and it has been the black women in my life, some friends, family. It's been praying for me, man, and I know God listened to them. And when it's all said and done, we tend to forget about them getting out to this world because they literally seen us get a bruise. They seen us, get taken advantage of. So they have more sympathy and empathy and understanding and willing to fight with us. So no matter what it is, but if you get someone that ain't never experienced a struggle, family, they don't even know what it is. They ain't never had a hard day in their life like we have. Yeah, they didn't had to eat a Roman noodle soup. Oh wow, that's a hard life. know what I'm saying? But they ain't have it hard, hard. You know what I mean? Like we have on that cotton field, family, like on that plantation. Like I went and visited Arkansas City the other day, and I was just thinking about, going to my grandfather's house and going to the courthouse and just driving around the city and town and just thinking about how I grew up, how things have changed, and then, the direction of my life up to this point. And I literally, family, went back over there just to reflect. You know how sometimes you will you'll go back to a specific time in your life so that way you can be able to remember some things, to reflect, to say, man, okay, this is why I'm doing it. And I needed to remember where I've been. I needed to be reminded that nobody believed in me, fam. I was the one that they literally said wasn't gonna be nothing. So anything that I'm doing, that I'm breaking a change for my family. You know what I mean? They didn't look at my family with with pride and dignity down there. You know what I mean? So I had to break that, and I feel good that I'm waking up at 42 years old and I'm breaking change. But I have to be humble and say it was the black women in my life praying for me. You know, praying for me. Even now, you know what I mean? Those who know me that's praying for me. And I'm not saying that other women are not praying for me, but I'm being specifically and saying the black women and the black man because she's seen what happened on the plantation. She's seen what we went through. And now I understand why my mom said, whatever go on, I might as well just be with him because I know he ain't right, but I know the condition. I know why he ain't right. And maybe that sound messed up, but I love him even more because I know he was born in a situation where he had no choice. Some things, some decisions that was made that he was just placed in this world, fam. And now I get what my mom said, man, life been hard. She was talking to her cousin who moved away. He actually moved to New York for like 10, 15, like 15, 20 years or something. He was living up there. And she was like, cuz you got away. It's been hard on this field, on this cotton field. It's been rough. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of stuff that go on down here. The way people look at you, the stares, the glares, the prejudice, the racism, the hate, the uneducation. You get a person ain't never been nowhere, family. They gonna, I understand now when I see certain people do certain things, they ain't been nowhere. You know. But I got to be humble and say that I'm thankful. I'm grateful that my mom and my aunts and all the black cousins and women in my life that prayed for me and lift me up because I'm knowing that if it wasn't for them, fam, I don't know where I'd be at. Even to this day, fam. So I have to be realistic with you, fam, and just I'm thankful, fam. I'm thankful that we still got them, that we got those aunties, grandmothers, big mamas, cousins, friends that still believe in praying for us, fam, because we ain't got it all figured out, fam, as black men, especially from this rural area. I'm down here. The mentality is a setback. So I understand, being here now that we need the prayer. We need the motivation, the education because it's sad, fam. Salute, salute, salute. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking in, fam. So, like I say, today I just wanted to be specific and talk about that because, we're in a situation dealing with America where we'll walk away from our own, we'll abandon our own, those who really, 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 really got our back. So I just want to say that, to all the black women in the world, you know what I mean? I respect you. I love you. The struggle is real, fam. We got to lift our own up. And to all the black kings throughout the world, I respect you. I love you. We got to do better, family. Once we know better, we got to go back and we got to make some better ways for our family. We got to break some change, fam, because like I overheard Dr. Claude Adams is saying, man, everybody got a community. Everybody. Everybody. Asian, Latin, Native. Everybody got a community. But you know what we got? Neighborhoods. Meaning that somebody else designed it and put us there. It's not even ours. We got to do better, family. And I think the part of us getting better is praying for one another, lifting up one another, knowing that, yeah, we got some issues, fam. We're going to have to work on them. You know how they say, I used to have growing up, we used to have a cousin. We'll talk about them, talk stuff about them, but can't nobody else talk about them. We're going to fight somebody else talk about them. That's what we just got to do, man. We can talk about ourselves among each other. It's okay, but we can't do that on social media. We can't do that in the public. We got to stick together, fam. And the more I wake up, fam, the more and more I realize it, man. So today I just wanted to pay homage to the black women, man, that that's praying for us. Praying, those that's praying right now, because we need it, fam. We need it, we need it, we need it. United we stand, divided we fall, fam. It's real out here. Let me get that message before I log out. Man. Hey, man, you made me laugh to say that, man. You know what? I don't know what to say about that. I made a video one day and said, you know what, maybe I need to be like Joe Biden and say, hey, you ain't black if you ain't subscribed to my channel. If you ain't subscribed to HogOn Welding, HogOn University, if you ain't subscribed to my channel, then that means you ain't black. You ain't a black welder. You ain't black. Hey, if he got all the votes like that, then maybe, hey, I'm black. And if he can say it and not being black, surely I can say it and get some votes. Man, fam, man, I just had to say that, man. Y'all be blessed. Like I say, I just want to salute. I just wanted to say, man, I just wanted to lift up our black women, man, that's praying for us. I'm thankful. I'm humble. Keep us lifted, fam, because we need it. We need it. It's real out here. It's real. Y'all be blessed. Hold on.